What's going on, guys? Get you 123 here with more Grand Theft Auto 5, and today I'm going to be testing, do off-road tires slow you down when driving on road? Now, this question was submitted by Black Narwhal on Reddit, and he said, do off-road tires make you go slower on paved roads? Well, this was a top-rated comment with 43 points and a lot of replies to it and a lot of curious people, and I myself was curious too, so we've got ourselves a sports car here once again because it's got a lot of torque, it can spin the tires on the pavement and really test out the traction on the pavement. Also, it's got a relatively high top speed, so it'll take a little while to get up to that top speed, but I think it'll be able to showcase the differences pretty well. So I'm gonna duplicate each run as closely as I can each time, and I think you'll see in my results that I did it pretty consistently. The times are very close each time, and just to validate my claim, I do want to show you guys each run. If you want, you can skip to the end of the video to see the results, but if you want to see each run and how I did it, feel free to watch because I don't want to show you results without showing my testing methods. So let me explain to you guys why I'm curious about this and why I'm testing it. So I think we all know that off-road tires grip better in off-road situations, obviously. They've just got more surface area and the tread on them is very deep. It's got a lot going on, you know? It's not just a smooth surface like a stock tire. However, more grip means more friction. More friction means more just slowing you down. That means a slower speed, you know? That's why in real life, if you have a truck and you decide that you want to put some big off-roading tires on it, your gas mileage is going to go down. And it just takes more, it's going to take away from your top speed as well, because friction is what slows you down. Now with the stock tires, they should have less friction, so in theory that means that the run times with the off-road tires should be slower than the times with the stock tires, and that's what we want to find out today. So now that you guys understand my curiosity behind this, let me just say, if you have any ideas for things that you'd like to see me test in the future, just leave your ideas in the comments below, you know. As of now, I'm thinking that I want to test like spoilers and how they affect acceleration and traction and things like that, but if there are any other car upgrades, maybe like engine upgrades and things like that that you would like to see, just let me know in the comments below, and if people like your idea and I like your idea, then I will turn that into a future test episode. I just like doing these because they kind of educate us on the game and really how the upgrades affect us. It lets us know if we're getting our money's worth or if an upgrade is purely aesthetic and really makes no difference. It's fun for me to do, and I hope that it's fun for you guys to watch. So yeah, so here I am finishing up the 5th and final run of the stock tires, and I'm going to clock in at 20.187 seconds. So there you have all 5 run times. When we take those times and we average them into a single number, we have an average time with stock tires of 20.16 seconds. So now, it's hard to tell here, but the off-road tires are on my car at this point. I am driving with off-road tires. I went to Los Santos Customs, and they are the most expensive off-road tires, even though I think the tires are the same either way. It just changes the rims, but yeah. So at this point, I was doing the run, and I couldn't really tell how fast it was or anything, you know, it's all so close, but upon finishing, I was like, wow, 19.987 seconds. You know, once I started editing this video and I saw that time plug in there, I was actually very surprised. I was like, thinking to myself, that's actually one of the fastest runs we've had so far, even against the stock tires. So that was really surprising, and I was thinking, okay, you know, maybe that was just some good luck, whatever, maybe I did something differently. We better wait to see the second time. And this one clocks in at 20.22 seconds. Wow, still very fast. It's like, I was expecting it to be, you know, maybe a second slower, half a second, even a quarter second, but so far these are nearly identical to the time of the stock tires. I'm thinking, how is this really possible, you know, because off-road tires are going to be adding more traction, which means more friction, more grip. When you have more friction, that means you go slower. So, you know, I would really expect these run times to be slower, even though there you have the exact same run time as run 2, so you've got 2 the same there, very consistent results. And so at this point in editing, I was starting to realize that the off-road tires really do not make you slower as they should on road. Like I said before in this video, you know, if it's like real life, off-road tires should slow you down because they give you more friction, and friction is a bad thing in terms of wanting to go fast, you know? You want to minimize your friction if you want to go very fast. So here we have the 5th and final run, and I believe that this one clocks in at right about almost the same exact thing as the previous one. Let's see, and then we're going to move on to the results and compare the differences between the two, and we'll get to the conclusion and my thoughts. So this one finishes at 20.32 seconds, and averaging the results now, here's what we've got. we've got an average time with off-road tires of 20.19 seconds. So, comparing the two results, here we've got the overall. Stock tires, we had an average time of 20.16 seconds, and with off-road tires, we have an average time of 20.19 seconds. That is a difference of 0.03 seconds, guys. That is 0.03 of a second. So, in my conclusion, here's what I've got to say. Stock tires and off-road tires are nearly identical in terms of speed on pavement. The runtimes for each are so close that if the tests were run again, the results may favor the off-road tires, meaning that, it was only 0.03 of a second. If we did these same tests again, this time maybe the off-road tires would come out faster. Depending on who's doing it and their method of testing, there really isn't a clear winner. So having said all of that, so far off-road tires have been proven faster off-road in my previous tests and nearly identical on pavement. So I would say from that, off-road tires are the hands-down winner as compared to stock tires. Of course, bear in mind that these tests are given only on a straightaway. This does not include turning and things like that, sharp turns. The reason I didn't do that was because of human error. Human error would kind of skew the results, and I would have to do a ton of run times to get a nice even number. This way, with the straightaway, human error was minimal. All I had to do was maybe barely correct the car if it was going off track, but that really didn't affect times much at all. So maybe in a different test where, I was doing a circuit test and I actually had to go around corners, maybe the results would be a little different. But in the case of a straightaway and acceleration and all that, like a drag strip, these are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave your comments for future, testing episodes, things you want to see me do in the comments below. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.